Hi, I'm JH, and in this video I'll be talking about the 2022 Singapore Grand Prix, the 17th round of the 2022 F1 season. Please note that everything I said is based on facts and of course my own opinions. So, without further ado, let's start the video. First of all, let's see some of the news that's been going on before the race. Well, AlphaTauri confirmed Tsunoda to continue as one of the drivers for next season. Hülkenberg and Schumacher are rumored to be in contention for Haas next season. Nick de Vries, after his remarkable performance in Italy, gained interest from both Williams and AlphaTauri for the seat. And finally, the legend himself, Nicholas Latifi, will be out of Williams next season. Anyway, let's get into their performances. Once again, Charles got the pole. However, a not so good start, dropping into second immediately on the first turn. Leclerc then tried but failed to overtake Perez throughout the entire race, despite getting within the RS range multiple times. To be fair, other than the mediocre start, he did not make any major errors, but well, it's still a missed opportunity to add another win in his name. I mean, Sainz never looks to be in contention for first or second place on this round, and I think he only managed to hold into third just because of Hamilton's mistake and the hard to overtake nature of Singapore. Still, it's a podium finish for the Spaniards, so not bad I guess. A great start allows Perez to take the lead right after turn 1. Since then, he continued to lead the race until the checker flag. The Mexican managed to hold his composure despite getting within Leclerc's DRS range for a couple of times, especially after the safety car. Even after a 5-second penalty after the race, Sergio still held on to a very well-deserved win. A botched fuel situation robbed Max from a potential pole start. At the race, he dropped a lot of position at the early part of lap 1, but seems to have no problem on regaining the lost places. At one point, even getting within the top 5, until he made a mistake while trying to overtake Norris that almost took him out of the race. However, the Dutch was able to continue and got P7. Well, it's only a minor setback on his championship campaign anyway. Plus, I'm pretty sure clinching the Drivers' Championship in Japan looks much more attractive for Honda. Norris did great on this race, overtaking Alonso for P5, then got bumped into 4th after Hamilton's error, and after the last safety car, it looked possible to score a podium, but in the end Lando finished 4th, which is still an excellent result. I know Daniel got lucky with the safety car timings, but gaining 11 positions on the race is still no easy task, especially in Singapore. The Australian did not make any major errors and finished 5th, a terrific result and confidence booster considering his result on previous stages. Stroll always looked confident in wet conditions, at safety car as well as errors from the frontrunners, and yeah, a P6 finish for the Canadian after a strong run. Sebastian had a great first lap, overtaking plenty of drivers. I think the most memorable part was the world champion DRS train battle of him, Hamilton and Verstappen. Anyway, Vettel did great on finishing 8th, especially considering the drivers around him at the late stage. Hamilton had a rough race, losing out to Sainz, had some tire choice disagreement, rammed the barrier at around lap 30, and finally a mistake on the three-way battle with Verstappen and Vettel that cost him a place. Lewis ended up finishing P9, which, considering his quality performance, is very unsatisfactory. After started from the pit lane following a power unit change like Hamilton, Russell had a rare bad race, bumped into Bottas and Mick, had some lockups as well as car problems made him run last for most of the race. Horrible performance by George. Pierre did great on the race, however he could finish higher if not because of that bold AlphaTauri pit decision. But still, getting a P10 as a lower midfield team isn't a bad result. Yuki ran inside of top 10 in the early part of the race, but a mistake leading to crash on lap 36 forced him to retire. Bottas did pretty decent. I mean, he wasn't anywhere near P10 in the end, but Valtteri didn't make any major errors, and at least he isn't out after the squabble with Russell. After a bad start, Zhou unfortunately became the newest victim of Latifi, retired at lap 6 after the Canadian crashed into him. Funny thing is, I laugh when Latifi crashed into Zhou because of that article in which Fred Vasseur, the team principal of Alfa Romeo, said, and I quote, There's no such thing as luck or bad luck with DNFs. Sometimes it was technical, sometimes the engine, sometimes Latifi. Well, I guess Latifi took it personally. Magnussen lost a couple of positions from the contact with Stroll, which forced him to pit after a front wing damage. He ran mostly behind Bottas and in the end can't really get past the fin, and ended up with P12. Mick ran mostly near the top 10 throughout the race, but an unlucky pit just before the safety car ruined his chance to finish within the points. In the end, he finished P13. Unlucky. Alonso had a chance to finish top 5 or even a podium on the race. He even held Verstappen's advance for some time before a power unit failure in lap 20 forced him to retire. Ocon was another Alpine that retired due to power unit failure. If it made any better, he was never really within the points position at the race. Anyway, the French retired in lap 27. Albon gained some positions at the start, but a lockup leading to a barrier bump ruined his race. After another lockup, he then proceeded to hit the barrier again and forced to retire in lap 25. Joke. An absolute joke. Slows in every session, then proceeded to crash into Zhou in the early laps, resulting in a retirement on lap 7. Thank God he's out of F1 next season. My best driver for this race is Sergio Perez because of, the great defense on Leclerc for the majority of the race, and he also leads for the entirety of the race, and despite getting a 5-second penalty, he still managed to hold on to the win. Here are the standings after the 17th round. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please share, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video, and yeah, have a nice day.